And hello guys, welcome back. I am Kung Fu Beer with another Run8 video here. I'm going to say a show, but it wasn't. I mean, it can be. But yeah, we're back in Barstow right now. We're going to take BNSF 7282 to EC 4400. And we're going down to PPH, which is Porphyry or something. Porphyry Yard. That's in Corona. We just passed Riverside, like on the border of Riverside and Corona, down just in the west end of the Inland Empire. So grab something to drink. Go ahead, kick back, and check it out. We'll be right back. All right, we're here in the cab, and we are, well, everything's lined up for us on the train here, ready to go. Let's get some screens on. So we're going to be Y-BARPPH, the ES44DC, and we are BNSF 7282 westbound. So let's call up and see if we can, they can get us out of here. I want to request departure from the yard, please. Proceed, signal indication. We're rolling. Not sure how long this trip takes in the train. I know that we did, you see it's 5 in the morning, so we should see a sunrise. But we did the one that went down to Victorville, and that one took hour and a half or so, and then we're going another hour past that down the Cone Pass. So I don't know if I'm gonna make this video the whole, you know, the whole deal straight. See if it happens that way. Nevertheless, we are we're working our way there now. We are moving 10 miles an hour out of the yard. We do have signal indication we are headed out. Just Hodge. We have a red on a Hodge, which is fine because it's way over there. Not seeing too many trains head this way for eastbound for some reason, but they, I guess they're adding trains in here into the depot config file that I have. So maybe we'll get some of those added later. Still learning the Run8 game, how it works. Get a pretty good handle on it. Still not 100% sure on how to go about with the radio communications. I believe if I don't have to call when I have a clear signal, I don't think. Maybe diverging routes. That's what I know so far, but we'll learn. We'll get there. We'll get on the server and start doing this with other people around us one day. For now, we're still on the single server here. I am running update 01 now. Special thanks to John at Highball Run8, creator, owner. He has spent some time trying to figure out why I couldn't license this and all that. And if you're If you're looking for a good train simulator and even a better company to back their product, these guys are it. These guys are the real deal. So thank you, John. All right, we got a green light ahead, main line. We'll be coming out on, is that main 2, I think. I went too far. Main 4. Going out on main 4. The Barstow Yard turns into main 2. So it's not main 4, we're on main 2. It says right here, main 2. I don't know what I'm reading. And then we'll be main 2 far down. So I can see past where we were. We'll have to change radio once we get to Hodge there to where the signal is now. Once we hit the main here. I believe this is where we're at. Set our countdown timer. We do not have a long train. Train is 1,400 feet. It's only 24 tons. Well, 24 tons is about what we've been doing. We have 2 engines on here. So our horsepower to tonnage is 3.6 right now, which is very good. But we're going down the Cajon Pass, so it's not bad. But, you know, we're a quarter mile long. Doing 12. So this is the route that we took to go down to Victorville, but we'll be passing that. I do believe I set all the switches correctly. We'll find out. I did not. Got 500 feet to go, so I don't want to go too crazy on the power. My cars in the back have not cleared the yard yet. Rail driver's still doing a little bit of having a little fun with me. But yeah, it's supposed to be spawning these guys, these trains right here, like you see in purple, and down in Los Angeles heading this way, but they're not. And somebody's like, oh, I told them, hey, I'm getting this here. Anybody else having there? Oh, I got to add the SoCal trains. And like, okay. So I don't know what that means, or we'll find out. But anyways, we are going at 27. Let me see what the track speed. Bring up the right map here, because we're going Cajon, sub down. Linwood 50, track speed's 55 here, probably 45, 50. And crossover is 50 miles an hour. Crossover is 50, so tone 14 when we get down there. Yeah, Linwood 50, Hodge 50 is the crossover speeds. I don't know if it's going to have us diverge yet to main 1. We're staying on main 2. It's going where I'm told. We got clear here. See red lights up there. Again, I'm not sure if those are for me yet. It's for these two tracks, main one and the track that comes from basically north, I guess. The Mojave sub. Yeah, if we look at our deal here, so we got not very much at all. I want to go see Corona Yard and the polymorphy, whatever. I don't know how it's pronounced. Cone Pass is a serious deal, and so we're not taking a long train. We're pretty much wasting gas here, but it's all right. I have a lot of cars here. Nothing's coming to Barstow right now, which I could spawn something, but it's all right. I want something to come here naturally before I work it, and then we can go out and deal with the other yards here. You know, build some trains. Take some of the trains. I was flying around looking in LA and stuff, and the intermodal yard there is full. There were some AI trains there, but there's a lot of cars there without locos on them. They're ready to pull out, so I'll have to take a look at that. Okay, well, welcome back. I skipped a bit of the out in the middle of nowhere. We are now coming up on Oro Grande, where the last video I showed you where we were, where we dropped off those cars. So we're coming up on it, ahead of us a little bit. We're getting there. We'll go flying through there, and once we come around the backside of Hesperia, well, once we fly through that Victorville yard, where we'll see the cars we dropped off there, because we haven't moved them with the locals yet. We'll cut out again, and then we'll come back in the Cajon Pass, which is a very challenging grade. I've only done it once in the Run8 simulator, and I think I melted some brakes one time, or the one time I did it, I melted the brakes on one part of it. Dynamics weren't really doing much. It's a pretty good sized train though too. It's taking it down to San Bernardino. I smoked them, but I didn't like melt them. So we'll see how we do this time with a much shorter train. I'm gonna be heavy on the dynos, and see if I have to use train brake. I've been doing 55 most of the way here, and trying to keep the notching. I gotta guess where it's gonna switch, so I just move it and then wait, and it eventually changes the notch setting. Crossing right here. $260 26.1 is our mile marker. So we've already done this part of the trip. Well, shoot, we got 26 miles. 10 more miles to go till we get to where we dropped off those cars. And then from there, we're gonna pass, so we'll hit the summit at, that's a 3.4% grade if we're on main 2. It's 2.2 main 1. The detectors at 52.5, there's actually a couple detectors on there. Anyways, we're going to, somewhere around 52, mile marker 52.5, we'll cut back in. So you're going to stick with me here as we pass Oro and Victorville. Then I'll cut and come back when I'm at the summit of the Cone Pass. You're stuck with me now? You're still here. Crossing. We have speed restrictions depending on how many tons. We're only, what, 22 tons or 2,200 tons? 2484. So speed restriction we have for westbound, if we're on main 2, it's going to be 56, well, between the mile markers, 56 and 63.
BNSF detector milepost 28.
So 20 miles an hour as we're less than 4,500 tons as the
34 degrees.
looking over at the mileage thing. So around, depends if we're on main 1 here, like we are now. Make sure we're on main 1. Should be on main 1. We are main 1 approaching El Oro Grande, or East Oro Grande, BNSF 7282 eastbound. Oh, we should be going westbound. What's that E? It says like E as in east. Anyways, we're gonna. Looks like it's gonna cross us over to main 2, which means main 2. We're gonna be speed restricted to 20 because we're less than 4,500 tons. Main 1, we'd be able to do 30. We don't have helpers. Main 1 with helpers. We don't have helpers. So between milepost 56 to 63. 56 is Silverwood. 63 that's interesting. That's after we've come down the hill though. The summit's at 55. We got to make sure 56. Silverwood, and it'll be a little bit of a grade, but then when we get to Cajon, the actual Cajon, that's where speed up again. Let's see, 56 to 63.2. Summit down is 2.2, 3.4 going up. So yeah, it looks like main 2 is a steeper grade, so that's a slower speed. See if we keep it at 20 miles an hour. I don't know. Especially with the way the rail driver is very sensitive. But of course, it's only sensitive in your notches. When I have the dynamic brake on, it's not as sensitive because I can control dynamics a lot better than the notch. I barely touch it right now. Trying to get into notch 7. See if it stays there. Doesn't roam into 8. Coming up on 32. Shit. My third bell was, or my third whistle was a little longer. 2 longs, 1 short, followed by a long crossing. Now we're going at 8. Run 8, notch 8. As I say. Now 35 miles an hour. I didn't know there was a speed reduction. Should have been looking at it. So I get 45 for passengers, and well, it's going to speed back up after we get through Victorville, but 35 here. Should have known. All right. Yep. Driver, thank you. That's gonna speed me up too much. Trying to stay as close as I can to 35. Said 35.9, but that's still 35. So 34. Where we're at, exactly where the bridge is here. I don't see it on the map. East Victorville we're coming up on. Not doing a turnout, which is 10. Crossover 50. Nope, we got a green. We're clear. it's currently, according to the clock in the game, it's 5:50 a.m. So it took us 50 minutes to get here from, yeah, we probably started 5 minutes after, but roughly 45, 50 minutes to get here. Wrong way. Thank you. That's the concrete plant that you guys saw in the last video. So we're back. Some of that dust off. Early morning commuters. Get over there, Marv. You want to open your window? Gotta watch our speed through here. After we pass the Amtrak station, we can speed up. We'll go back up to 45. I didn't want 6, but we'll take it. Slow it down in a second. It goes too fast. This was the switch that I was trying to get on right here, but I couldn't. Siding, the switch for the siding right here. I could have parked that whole train that I had on that siding right there. It's alright, we figured it out. We tore it up, put it down there. You can see it coming up. Already re-tagged too. Oh no, they weren't. That tag was already there. Forgot to throw that switch right there. I didn't forget any more. It's pretty good. 7. Speed limit should go up here in a minute for us. After we go around the corner. Can't go that fast, I think. So if I'm on my main one here, I'll only be able to go up by 10 miles an hour. got a green speed limit sign right here. We can go 45. All right, see you guys at the summit. Be right back. All right, so we're on the climb towards the summit right now. Milepost around 52, 52.5. You see here, control point Martinez is coming up. About 3 miles to go to the summit. And notch 8 now. I was doing just below 50. I think it was up like 47, 48. And it started flattening out, so I let off the gas a little bit and went right back to this steep 1.5% grade. Bled all my speed off, so now I'm doing around 30, which is okay because I'm now on main 2. I got switched on a crossover, or I crossed over and it changed which main I was on, I guess.
BNSF detector, milepost 52.5, main 2, ambient temperature 39 degrees.
So anyways, when I hit 55.6, the summit, so I'm gonna need to slow down anyways. Actually 56. I'll post 56, which is gonna be after that 55.6. I'll need to be going 20 miles an hour or less, headed down the grade. So 56.3 is actually control point Silverwood. That's where it starts. 20%. About 2 miles to go till we start headed down. We're actually in the Cajon Pass right now. Little road right here on the left goes up to Lake Silverwood. Post 54 coming up. Let's make sure. Got greens. Got a yeller coming up. Alright, our grade is at 0 now, so currently. I don't know if it's going up here. Five is Summit at 55.6. It's the indicated summit. So I'll have just under a mile to get slowed down. That looks like it's going down there a little bit, doesn't it? Going to set up for dynamic brakes. Clear signal. BNSF has 782 westbound at the summit. 55.6. Clear. It's a crossing? Yeah. Looks like a little helper track right here on the left. Miles an hour. Main 2. Yep, there it is. 20 miles an hour. All right, now we're headed down. Six 6.3 is the control point Silverwood. 3.4 grade. 3.4, but the grade meter right there says 3. Oh, 3. Yeah, okay. 0.3. Some guy out here driving his 4-wheeler or 4x4. Starting to hit that 20-mile-an-hour marker. Dynamics on. It's getting now we're at two and a quarter, 2.5 almost. See if we can balance it so it stays like at 18. That'd be great. Looking at my per minute gauge down here, which is bouncing around a little bit as the cars are pushing against me. 6.5 miles per minute. .30 in the morning. Slowly gaining speed here. Working on dynamics. Almost full dynamics. It was for a second there. So we got a 20-mile-an-hour restriction all the way to milepost 63.2. Oh, it's getting away from me here. 100% dynamics. So far, no brakes. Doing all right. $15 miles an hour. You see that negative 4 miles per hour. It's kind of bouncing around at the 4 mark. See how much dynamic I take off. At 95. I think it's percentage. I was at 90, 89. .1, we can speed up. I got 35 though. This is where I smoked my brakes right in here last. I think there was a red there. I went full dynamic, full emergency, and all independent. Just slid in past the red. They were smoking. I'm gonna come off a little bit more as we are just under 3. Let's go to 75. Looks like that's coming the high. Pretty hot though. We'll have to watch the speed. Alright, I like that if it can stay right in there. 0.5. Can manage that.
BNSF detector, milepost 58.6, main 2.
So if we have hot brakes or anything, that's what happened last time I came through. Your brakes are hot. Well, I need them. I'm using them. You don't have any brakes on right now at all. We're able to maintain with the dynamics, probably because it's not a very long train. We don't lose too much speed through here. Moving up slow in speed, that's good. Miles per minute. It's acceptable to me. Not knowing.
BNSF detector, milepost 58.6, main 2. No defects.
Alright.
Repeat, no defects. Total axle 8. Train speed 12 mph. Ambient temperature 40 degrees. Out.
Alright. No defects. We like that. Okay, we're up to a 3 grade now. 15 miles an hour. I'm going to start increasing the brakes here, the dynamic brakes in a second. Slows down. Well, it's kind of right there around. Still got more we can give if we need to. The 0.1, 0.2 is, I think, is perfectly fine. We'll be coming down the mountain when we come. The highway up there, 15. Go right underneath it. I like this speed. You know, we're 2 miles under the speed limit. In control currently. Slowing down a wee bit. And where are we at? Past that detector. So we have tunnels coming up. Not for us, for the main one. We have 2 tunnels. We don't have them. Just have these bridges. Grade's changed a bit now. Instead of 3, it's 2.7. We made an adjustment. Dynamics. Come off them a more. That's probably too much. Just watch it for a second. Kind of like flying, just make little adjustments. 0.6 now. .5. Let's come off the dynamics a little bit more. Watch our minute rate. About another mile to go. 2 miles till we can speed up, but another mile on the rough grade. Trying to find a nice spot to hold. too bad. You know, it's teeter-tottering right on the level, and I'm still a mile under the speed limit. So that's be pretty efficient if I could actually hold it here. Guys in real life probably do this like on 20 exactly. So 63.2 is the end of the westbound speed restriction. Now it's 62.3, so we're still at just slightly under 3 degrees down, so I'll try this one time with a really long train. Mile long, mile and a half. Not too much. We took it down. We bumped it down a bit, but now starting to go faster, about 3 miles an hour, 3 miles a minute. Curve in the rails are going to help us too slow down a bit. Get up there. See how if I can hold it closer to 20 now that yeah. 19.6. We still haven't broke 20. Now we're starting to slow down a little bit more. '89 crossing coming. See, 80, 79. Oh, geez, grade dropped off quite a bit. Cars are still on it, I bet. Starting to break loose. Says speed limit's 35 now, though. Come off the dynamics and let the hill push us faster. We got a clear ahead. Control point Cajon 64.5. Make sure I don't break 35 now. Pretty good. Pretty dang good. We got a detector 66.5, crossing at 66.53. I normally see like eastbound trains here. I haven't seen in the sim from here. I've had a few come in, but not as many as probably should have seen. Too much dynamic there in the looking out external view, and maintain control here. .8. Good rate right there, 1.9. Crossing coming up.
BNSF detector, milepost 66.5, main 2, ambient temperature 40 degrees.
All right, we've got creeping up a little bit. We got a clear signal. Grade's starting to increase. A little more dynamic. less dynamic. Find that magic number. We're almost to the bottom of this thing. Kind of in a canyon here, headed to Devore. 475, 47.5. It says mile pools 475, 47.5. That doesn't seem right. Should be in the 60s here. That might be a... Oh, mile pole is 475. That could be for UP. There's UP tracks running up there. I got 68 coming up. And 72.8 is the Devore Road level crossing. And once I hit there, I'm officially down off of the Cajon Pass, and from there I will cut out till I get to the Riverside area. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll take you through San Bernardino, and then the they've changed it. There's now a railroad bridge that goes over the Colton / BNSF crossing. We literally we left at 5 from Barstow. It's now coming up on 7 a.m. That's real time. Well, real game time. It's actually 11:02 p.m. on Pi Day 3/14. But I did start this 2 hours ago. Gonna go to bed. Let me take some friends down on the pass here. Went off dynamics a little bit. Should speed us up. We only got a couple miles to play with though. Speed limit doesn't change for me. I can see it all. Go down to 85, 87, 83, starting to level me out here, 34 miles an hour. Went a little bit over there for a minute. Alright, that bridge up there. It's the board. The bridge that goes over now. Probably make a stop here in San Bernardino and something to drink, take a leak, and then request signals out of there. Be a good 40 minutes or so from there to Corona. Depends on traffic. We have to wait for the UP crossing and so forth. So as we hit Devore here, guys, thanks for spending the night with me, or the morning with me, as we make our way from Barstow down into Corona, California, via Riverside and San Bernardino. Be the opposite, be San Bernardino and then Riverside. And on the next video, we'll continue this trip. Get ourselves down to the Porphyry Yard, take a look at it, drop off these cars. Maybe there'll be some there to pick up, take back to either LA or Barstow. Continue the investigation here, the route to LA. So thanks again for watching. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.